Guys, it's UrsulasRevenge and welcome back to Aqua Infinity. Today I look a little bit different, you might notice. I am so ready for Halloween. I have a Halloween skin made by Mochidi Joe, so thank you very much. He's made me actually Ursula. Look, I have tentacles, and he still put my t-shirt graphic on it, and I'm purple. I'm so excited about this, and I did not expect this at all. So thank you, Mochidi Joe, for this awesome skin. I managed to just make the head HD, because you guys seem to like when I do HD skins, so we just have the face and the hair as HD for now. In all honesty, I actually really love Halloween, so I'm really excited that I have an aquatic themed costume for this. After Halloween, we will go back to our normal Minecraft mermaid skin though. In today's episode, we are going to actually be doing something a little Halloween related, but not entirely. We are going to be playing with Ars Magica because we're going to wizard school. Yep, that's right. I've decided that we are building a wizard school. And by the time you guys see this episode, I should already have it built because I'm planning to do this over on the live stream. You might have noticed in, I think, last week's version episode, I mentioned that I'm doing this thing where I'm going to be live streaming and filming videos every other. So this video is being recorded before the live stream, so a couple of things you'll see some variance. There's going to be a little bit of differences. For example, say my pick breaks in the live stream, I'm going to have this pick a video later, but technically it's already broken. It's all really complicated. But let's get into this episode. So I have decided to get started in Ars Magica, so we have to make a couple of things for our magic room, but I'm making magical packs for everybody on the server. So we're going to make some backpacks and give them everything they need to complete their first spell. So I've actually gathered a lot of materials, and we're going to do this all together so that we kind of have like a little bit of a tutorial video for everybody on the channel, just in case I'm not there to instruct them how to do this. So let's get into this. To start, let's actually go on over to our magic room because we have to set it up to get ready to make some spells. So I've decided that this area here will be for our Ars Magica stuff. We're going to have our spells along this shelf, and our spell books can go on those shelves. But we're going to need an inscription table, and we're also going to need an oculus. So we need a feather, a torch, some slabs, the spell parchment, which is just sticks and a piece of paper, and an oculus. Ooh, this is a little trickier. Stone bricks, glass, coal, and blue topaz. Coal, blue topaz. Should have extra glass here. Some stone bricks. Feather and a torch. And spell parchment. Okay. So first we have the spell parchment. That goes there with a torch and a feather, some slabs and 2 of those. And the oculus, a little bowl of stone, apatite. Oh no, that's blue topaz. There we go. And some glass. Oculus, cool! Down the line, I'm going to make a essence refinery. I think that's what it's called. Plus the obelisk, but we don't necessarily need that right now. Okay, so I have to actually stand this way. And we can put this... we're going to put this here for now, and it's going to eventually move. A lot of you guys mentioned this in an Aquarius video, and I had absolutely no idea that the oculus did this. But if I move, the little pupil of the oculus there follows me. And it's super creepy, and I had no idea that happened until you guys pointed it out. How creepy is that? I swear, this thing is so weird. It follows my camera too. Oh, that is spooky. Perfect for Halloween. So technically I did this a little bit out of order. You're supposed to get your compendium first before you build any of those things, but I've done this so much that I kind of already knew what to do. But future wizards and warlocks are going to need to do this step first. And when I actually build the school, because technically I haven't done it yet, but by the time you guys see this I will have, I'm already going to have an ethereal pool for our friends, but for now I actually have to go find my own. Aha! There we go. Maybe that's good enough? Place a book in an item frame. There we go, that's good enough. I don't actually stand in there. Alright, and there is our compendium. And we've unlocked the secrets of the arcane! Magical! Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my compendium on that shelf over there. But to really get started, we need to figure out what skill points we want to use. Up at the top right, it tells you how many skill points you have. It tells you green, red, and blue, but you can pretty much use any color in any spot. The first spell that I'm going to be focusing on is Dig. It's the one that I'm going to give everybody all of the materials to make. So if you are a member of the server and you would like to follow along with me, then I suggest you go with Dig first, particularly because Ars Magica does use kind of like a level up system. And the lower the cost of the spell, the quicker you're going to level up because it requires less mana to cast a spell. So the more spells you can cast with the mana you have, the more you can level up, then the more mana you get. So if you start with a really complicated spell first, it's going to cost a lot of mana to use, and sometimes the spell you make costs more mana than you can actually store when you're a lower level. So it just makes sense to start with an easy spell like Dig first, especially since it's one that can actually be used a lot and frequently for utility stuff, like, well, digging. And what's also awesome is that it has an iron mining and digging level. So if you happen to be in a cave and you don't have a pickaxe, you need to mine something that's iron level to mine, you can do that with your magic, and it's really, really effective. Okay, so let's hop into the utility on the right, learn Touch, and then learn Dig. Okay, so now we have those skills, we can go ahead and grab a book and quill. And we can pop that into our inscription table. Okay, so there are multiple panels here. Those are for super complicated spells. We're going to focus on one panel. So first what we're going to do is we're going to put the ones that we selected. So in this case, we're going to do Touch and put it in the square area. Now, we also need a component, which is these octagon, and that's going to be kind of what the spell does. So we're going to take the octagon, Dig, and put it into the component bar down at the bottom. So now, all we have to do is type in whatever we want to name our spell, and if you change your mind, you can name it again later. I'm going to call this spell Terraform. When you remove the unfinished spell recipe, it'll rename and tell you exactly what you need to cast the spell. Okay, there we go. Terraform by UrsulasRevenge. Okay, so now if I open up the book, I have all of my shape groups, and that tells you what you put in the brown squares or the long gray rectangle. So if I hit the next page, it tells me all of the materials I'm going to need to cast my spell. Those materials are a blank rune, a vintium dust, a feather, raw fish, clay, orange rune, iron shovel, iron pickaxe, and a spell parchment. Lucky for me, I already have everything in all of these chests. So this is kind of great. I have all the materials already. So now what? Well, if you look inside the compendium, it'll tell you that you need to use a magic altar, which I've already set up, and I will have one already set up in the magic school. Okay, so here is the altar. I'm hoping it works. I didn't see any swirly stuff, but I'm really hoping that it works. I've actually used some higher level materials because I had them. I had plenty of diamond blocks, and the quartz was pretty easy to gather as well. So it shouldn't explode. It should be pretty solid. I'm not really all that worried about it. Let's go ahead and put our spell recipe on the lectern. And I believe if I throw in a blank rune, it's supposed to get started. There we go. Okay, good. I did it right. So now if you look over at the book, it'll tell you exactly what you need to throw in next. So we have a vintium dust, a feather, a raw fish, a piece of clay, an orange rune, iron shovel, iron pick, and a spell parchment. Yay! Okay, so we already have our first spell going. We're gonna finish about terraforming this. So now I'm just gonna take my book back by shift right-clicking on the lectern. Okay, so the first time you use your spell, I know you guys are gonna want to just go ahead and just use your spell right away. But the first time you try to cast it, it's going to show you this menu where you can then rename your spell if you want to and choose an icon for it. And this will actually help you distinguish your spells from each other. So it's kind of fun to pick something that's sort of relevant. So something like dirt. Maybe we can find some sort of like mud ball. Oh, how about one of these? I'm thinking maybe the green one because it's earth related. Okay. There we go. And if I right click and charge it up, there we go. And you can go ahead and just shoot it away, and it actually gives you the block back, which is really nice. So let's go and test this out on a couple of other things. There's some coal up there. Ooh, salt. I could always use some salt. You do have to be pretty close to it though. Oh, okay, cool. And I've already leveled up, so I can go ahead and get new skills. But yeah, I don't think it works with vein miner. No, it doesn't. But you can go ahead and blast some ores away. This is kind of quick and effective, and I quite like this. I don't even have to hold it down or anything. I can literally just go ahead and press and just mine everything away. You don't have to wait, and this is really, really nice. Okay, so I don't know if this actually has an effect, but I'm going to just shut that off. And we are going to be working on some gifts for everyone on the server. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and put my spell away, just so I don't accidentally send it away. Okay, so we're going to put our spell book there, and put our first spell there. Okay, so in these chests I have plenty of materials. We are going to start with making a backpack for everyone. And because we're going back to magic school, I figured a book bag would make the most sense. Because it's got books and stuff, and it's super adorable, and it's like a library, and libraries are kind of magical and like enchanting, and I like the idea we're doing book bags. So first we have to make the backpacks, and I have to make a lot of these tanks. Do this way. I think there's going to be, 28 tanks total. I can't remember. Okay. Hopefully that's enough. Okay, there we go. All of our backpacks. Okay, and now for the book bags, we have to take these and do 4 bookcases and a bunch of regular books, and we have a book bag. Now I can go ahead and do this for every single one of these. There we go, 19 book bags. I'll keep one for myself. Okay, so I'm not sure the best way to do this, but I think I'm going to lay out all of the backpacks and put the right amount of items, one in each, all the way down the line. And this is going to take me a little bit of time, so I'm going to do this off camera. But I will come back to write everybody a note and send all the backpacks away. Okay, so all of the backpacks are set up. I'm ready to go to spawn to set up the puppy post. So, because it is a magic school, I thought it'd be extra fun if I sent everybody a Hogwarts-style letter. And that would mean that we needed to actually name the school, and I've decided to call it Raven's Hollow School for Spellcraft and Sorcery. Let's get these letters sent out. Okay, so I am ready to send out the first letter. It is titled A Mysterious Letter and reads, Dear Sea Star, we are pleased to inform you that you have a place at Raven Hollow School of Spellcraft and Sorcery. Please find enclosed a parcel of all necessary books and equipment to complete your first spell. Term begins on 2 October. Coordinates to campus will be delivered by our owl Discord. Yours sincerely, Alexa UrsulasRevenge, Headmistress. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so the first letter is going to go to Runagem, and let's go ahead and hit send. We've successfully sent our first acceptance letter. I have a whole list of these to send out, so I will send those out and be right back. Okay, well, I am finally done sending some mail through the puppy post. Let's go over to the subscriber garden and go add somebody new. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to name is this cicada. I'm going to name it Tequila. And that's because the user Kawaii Nutella had told me a story about how she was watching the video with one of her friends. When I mentioned a cicada, they realized that her name Tequila rhymed with it, and it kind of became a little bit of a joke, and I really liked hearing stories like that, so I wanted to name my cicada Tequila as well. Here you go, Tequila. You are now forever a cicada on my tree. And now for today's subscriber flower, I am adding Clara Ritz to our subscriber garden because we've been having a really great time talking during the UHC episodes. She was really enjoying them and telling me her predictions, and I was having a great time responding. So, Clara, welcome to the subscriber garden. There we go. There we go. Tequila and Clara Ritz. If you didn't make it into the subscriber garden this time, do not be discouraged. I did get a lot of comments just straight up asking if they could be in the garden. And I just wanted to repeat that I'm only adding people who respond positively in my comment section, not necessarily to me, but to other people who come up with great ideas and, or simply put, just interact positively. That said, I also can't add everybody who comments in the same episode, or else we'd run out of flowers really, really quickly. But stay tuned, there will be plenty more chances for you guys to get in the subscriber garden. And that is going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe to see the continuation. And don't forget to check out everybody else's channels. Their links will be down in the description below. And we will see you guys next time. Bye!